What's up guys, my name is Lee Tyler, as you probably already know, but I did ask you guys on my Instagram, because I've been mentioning at other places, like, would you want to hear the funniest thing that's ever happened to me, because I've mentioned it, like, on this thing where people ask me, like, people ask me questions anonymously, and I don't know how to say it. I'll probably put, like, the logo and the name up here. But I've mentioned it a couple times when I'm like, yeah, well, I can't really say anything about that, but I really like the story about the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. So I finally asked you guys, like, would you actually want to hear the funniest thing that's ever happened to me? And so some people said yes, so I'm gonna do it. And to be honest, I feel like this is good content, so regardless, I was probably gonna do it anyway, unless someone said, no, that's a horrible idea. And since no one said, no, that's a horrible idea, since no one said it was a horrible idea, here I am filming this. Okay, so to start off, it was in elementary school, and what happened was that it was like a don't do drugs week. So I got there's this old bracelet that I still have. I don't know why I still have it, but I found it the other day and I was like, that's great. Like, this is perfect. Perfect for this, because it's about this week. So what happened was, so it was like all these different activities that we did as little kids, and one of them, which I've seen a couple viral videos of people doing this, it's one of them, they put like these goggles on you that simulate like you would be like what you would be like if you were under the influence of alcohol or something. And what they would do is they would put the line of tape on the ground, and they'd make you walk across the line of tape, one foot in front of the other like a tightrope, across this line of tape. And the goal was to walk across the line of tape as much as you possibly can, like as close as you can get to on top of the line of tape you get to. And the funny thing is, why it's funny is because people can't go on the line. They're obviously off to one side or the other because of the goggles. It makes everything look weird. And so with my bracelet and everything, we go and do all the activities, and one of them, at my elementary school, the staff, the teachers, I don't know why they thought this was a good idea, because with the viral videos, all the line of tape is always on a completely flat piece of ground, which is safe because, like I said, the goggles that they put on you disorient everything. So to not put it on flat ground would not be a good idea. But anyway, my elementary school thought it would be good to do it on, this little stage we have outside in our cafeteria. And we had like one in our library that was like a stage. Then we had like a outside stage, which is like a really sorry excuse for a stage, really tiny, like maybe like you would get up on it, right, like one step. It wasn't even that high up. It was just like one step, and then you would hit and then it would be like the next step would be the actual stage. So you get up there, and it's just like maybe like if this is the ground, that's the stage, it's like maybe that high, right, maybe that high. And what happened was they put the line of tape across the stage, and like I said, it's really small, so like it's maybe like 5, 6, 7 steps width. So you have like maybe that's how much space you have to move if you mess up and don't go across the line of tape. And with the right side, there's a wall here, so if you go too far to the right, it's fine because you hit the wall, but if you go too far to the left, then you're gonna fall off the stage. And I still don't know why a teacher, a staff member, whoever it was who came up with this idea, thought it would be a good idea to put goggles to disorient things on children and then make them walk across the stage and hope they don't fall off the stage, because they know that they're not going to go on the direct line in the middle of the stage, so they're either going to go too far to the left or too far to the right, or both. But hopefully, they don't fall off. And it was all fun and games, because the people who went before me were like, I was like, ha, you look stupid, like you can't go across the line properly, like you're going too far to the left or the right, you think you're doing so well, but you're doing horrible, it's funny, right? And I'm watching all these people, and finally a teacher comes up to me, and we're all in a line, we're watching everyone, and then finally a teacher comes up to me when I'm like close to coming up, and it's close to being my turn, right? And so a teacher comes up to me and he's like, Lee, do you want to do this? Like, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, like, are you sure you're capable of doing this? Because I know your disability, and like, I don't want that to be an issue. Like, are you sure you're comfortable doing this? Is this a good idea? And when people tell me I can't do something, I automatically go into the mode of like, hey, you're challenging me. Is that a challenge? You think I can't do it? Watch me. Watch me be awesome at this, right? So I was in the mode of like, oh, you think I can't do it? Oh, that's why you're asking me, because you're not sure if I can do it? I can do it. Trust me, right? And I was so confident in that moment. I was like so excited to do it. I definitely wanted to do it. So I was like, yeah, I can do it, no problem. So I get up there and I'm like second, and I keep watching, and I keep getting closer and closer to the front of the line to go across the line of tape on the stage. And it just keeps getting funnier and funnier. So I'm just getting like, oh, you look stupid. Like, watch me do this so well, right? I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna do the best, and I'm gonna go right across that line, directly across. It's gonna be awesome. So, what I didn't take into account is, because of my disability, I already walk kind of funny, and one of the things that the goggles do, because it disorients everything, it makes you walk funny, kind of. So I didn't take into account that because I already walk funny, I shouldn't wear goggles that make it worse, right? But I didn't think about that, right? So I put them on. They put them on me, and I'm all good to go, about to walk across. And do you ever have those moments where you are so confident in the decision you make, and you're like, yes, best decision ever, right? And you're just so confident in it, and then it happens when it comes time to really act upon that decision, and you're like, maybe not a good idea, right? So that's what happened to me. I literally put the goggles on, and they were fully on my face, and I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. I can't see anything. I don't know what's going on around me. These goggles, when they say they mess up everything around you, they really do, right? So I'm scared, and I'm like, oh no, oh my god, right? And I didn't want to be the kid that chickened out. I didn't want to be known as the kid that chickened out, because then I would never live that down, and I didn't want to be that kid because I was so confident beforehand. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it anyway. This is scary right now, but I'll try it anyway, because why not, right? I'm already here with goggles on. I don't want to be known as the kid that chickened out, right? And so I start a couple steps in, and the people on the other side, so the other people that already went, they all form a group on the other side of all the teachers, and when you're done, you basically walk over and watch other people do it, right? So basically, when the people are over there, they start cheering. And for me as a table person, I'm like, this is so easy. They're probably just cheering for me because they feel bad that, my disability makes it harder. So they're taking pity on me and cheering for me to try and make me feel better, thinking that I don't know that the reason they're cheering for me and no one else is because I'm disabled, and they think they're actually doing a good thing, but it actually makes me uncomfortable because I know exactly why they're doing it, and it actually doesn't inspire me. It just irritates me, because it's really, you're going to cheer for the disabled kid but no one else? That's a good look. I don't know why, but for me personally with my disability, it's if you overly over the top cheer for me, and were take it easy on me, that actually offends me more than just letting me lose at something, seriously. But anyway, so because that's one of my things, I hear them cheering and I'm like, oh, that's nice, I wasn't in a good mood, so I was like, you know what, a little bit of cheering, that's nice, that's sweet, that's fine. I keep walking, right? And I think I'm doing amazing, because like I said, the goggles, they disorient everything. So if you think you're walking on the line, you're usually too far to one side, but because of the goggles, it looks to you like you're walking on the line of tape. So I think I'm killing it, right? And I keep going a few more steps. The cheering gets louder, right? I think it's cheering at this point. I still think it's cheering, right? And I'm like, wow, they're really overdoing themselves. You don't need to cheer that much. So I keep going, and maybe it's maybe one or two more steps, maybe three, and it gets so loud, right? And I'm like, why are they cheering so much? Why is it so loud? Really, you guys need to chill. It doesn't look nice anymore. It just is over the top. When you guys first started, it was okay, but now it's it's too much. It's really bugging me now. And finally, I take one or two more steps, and it gets really, really loud. And then I kind of look up and I'm like, wait a second. There's a reason why it keeps getting louder the more I move. There's probably something wrong, because these goggles mess everything up. And I just had that split second where I was like, I don't know what's going on, but maybe I should look up and see what they're doing. And I just saw these kids like going like this and yelling. And mind you, like I said, goggles mess everything up. So it just looks like a huge blur, right? I see these people, but I can't see their faces or anything. Like there's people there, but it's just so blurry. I can't see anything. And like, I really thought I was doing well. And then like when it gets so loud, I just see slow motion when I look up, this teacher running towards me. And I'm like, oh no, I messed up somehow. I don't know what I did, but I messed up somehow, right? And I'm looking at the ground like, I'm not that far to one side. Like, I don't understand what's wrong. But mind you, I didn't really think about, oh, I had goggles on. I probably really messed up. But it wasn't until I looked down at the ground after the teacher ran over to me, literally grabbed me by the shoulders, was like, I'm just gonna take you to the other side, in my ear. I looked down at the ground and there's like a little sliver where like the goggles aren't totally there. There's like a little sliver where I can see out of the goggles. My foot, okay, so this was the stage, right? My foot was like there, okay? Like one more step, I would have gone like this and fell over to the left. And remind you, the left was the part where you would fall off, not to the right where I would hit the wall. So of course, you know, my luck, I would go to the left. But literally, the whole time, I thought they were cheering for me, and the whole time, they were trying to tell me, stop, you know, you need to stop, you're gonna fall off. Like, don't do it. Literally, a teacher had to run over to me and literally guide me back by the shoulders. And the whole time, I thought I was killing it. You know, I was like, wow, they're really cheering. Like, this is crazy. The whole time, they were yelling at me to stop. And I thought I was doing that good. That was the year I graduated from elementary school, so I don't know what they did the next year after that. I really hope whoever came up with the idea to put it on the stage was like, no, let's not do that. Let's put it on a flat ground. Like, there was not a shortage of flat ground. That's what I don't get to this day. I think back on that and I'm like, what adult was like, let's put it on a high, like above ground where kids can fall off if they mess up. That's such a good idea. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's crazy to me. And also, that's one of those stories, I still think it's hilarious. And it's one of the stories that make me grateful for my disability, because if I didn't have a disability, that wouldn't have been nearly as funny. But, shout out to all my disabled peeps. If you have a disability that makes you walk funny or worse than the average person, don't put goggles or anything, do anything that's gonna make your walking worse, because it's a safety hazard, okay? From personal experience, don't do it, okay? I will never wear those goggles again, ever, because of that experience, because I know that it's just, like, you see people and you're like, ha, you know, regular person, you suck. Put the goggles on me and it's a disaster, you know? So just don't wear goggles if you already walk horribly. Like, you know, whatever it is, if it's my disability, cerebral palsy or something else, like, just don't do it. Don't do it. It's a safety hazard. And I love telling this story every time because it makes me laugh. Because the whole time I thought I was killing it. You know, I thought I was doing amazing. Little did I know, I almost ate it. I came like literally like this close to just falling off. But I thought the whole time that I was doing incredible and that they were just cheering because, you know, they were being too nice and it was uncomfortable, and it was like, really? Also, I hope that you learned from this video that cheering people on that are disabled is nice, but don't overdo it because it's very obvious to people usually what you're doing. But anyway, I hope you guys liked that. I hope you guys liked me telling my story of the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. And like I said, it's one of the stories that made me grateful for my disability. So, you know, Also, I think that I should make another video on why I'm grateful for my disability, because people always ask me, like, would you want a cure for it? And I'm like, no. And people are like, oh, why would you say no? Oh my god, you know? But I feel like that's a whole other video, so I'm probably going to film it in the same place, in the same shirt, but it's going to be a different video. So if you see the next video and it looks and I look exactly the same, that's why. Bye.